Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordumt. We are back for some more Pathfinder Kingmaker on Unfair and Last Aslanti. We are in Vordakai's tomb. We are just about to reach the final area, but before we head there, I want to explore this other region, which we did not check yet. I'm not sure if there was something else that I wanted to find or to explore before I went there. But I really feel like this was it, right? And maybe this little corner here. Okay, seems like I missed this little bit. I think we still have buff. Yeah, we have 5 minutes of all of our buffs. I think Good Hope is the one that lasts the least amount of time. So I use this to guide myself. Everything else lasts a little bit longer. Okay, so I did not explore this little corner here. Okay. Oh.
I did it.
What does this do? Does it maybe open this door? Because I don't remember what it does, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, let's see. Let us see. Jubilos is in the front.
Don't hesitate.
Shouldn't be, but it's fine. Now, where is the door? Oh my god, I'm getting lost. Wait, not this way. Where is the door? The door is over here. Ah, okay, so through here. Alright, let's wait for everybody.
I'm listening.
Let's check for traps as best we can. I have no idea what this place has. I don't think it's anything dangerous because I feel like if it was dangerous I would be, you know, aware of it. Well, it's trapped, that's something. Maybe like a treasure room?
Did it without breaking it.
I wish it would say something like a door opened or something like that.
I did it.
Or at least if you could hear something. Because like this, I have no clue as to what just happened. Okay, so again, this is gonna be a place where I will not charge with anybody except my leopard, because there might be traps, and I suspect there are.
Give the order.
Let's sing. Okay, leopard, test it out. We have a couple of friends here. I will say that much. Might want to try and speed this along a little bit here by throwing out some damages. Do I want something from you? I guess you can come in and just throw out a prayer. Sure. Prayer. Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, this is what you get. I did say this was gonna happen at some point, right? Let's look at this. Attacks value with Great Axe, critical hit. So concealment, he went through concealment. He rolled a 20, and then he also confirmed with a 20. So 2 natural 20s, which means it's a guaranteed hit and a guaranteed critical hit. And then, let's look at the damage. The damage was 141 damage. Given that this is unfair, it's gonna get doubled, so, you know. It got reduced to 139. So even if I had stone skin, it wouldn't make a difference, she would still just die. Jesus Christ. And this is why I say that we really shouldn't have melee Last Aslanti main characters, because this can just happen. Naturally, I could have protected myself a little bit more with something like displacement, stuff like that, but still, even if it were displacement, if it went through, she would still just die. There's really not much you can do there. We're gonna get it up soon. Well, I'm gonna have to rest after all. Okay. Let's try and kill this guy quickly here. Toss one of these. You should really be throwing some bombs. Throw them over there. Okay, he's dead. Ah, bitch, that does nothing. Valerie. So now, the most annoying thing about this, besides the fact that Valerie died, of course, is the fact
I will see this through.
that when she comes back, she will be completely unbuffed. Which sucks, you know? It does suck. But again, this happens. This is why we bring stuff like diamonds and, you know, resurrection scrolls and whatnot. I'm gonna use my diamond, it's cheaper.
Let us not
And
hesitate.
given that I have the spell slot for it, I'm gonna use it. So it should be level 5. Raise dead, we're gonna take this out, we're gonna bring this in.
I stand ready.
Again, just showing off the power of arcane, of Bonded Holy Symbol. It can be just very, very handy. And let's resurrect Valerie. Poor Valerie, man. I mean, yeah, it happens. I know it happens, but it still sucks when it happens. As I am sure you guys would agree if it happened to you as well. And there was a comment some time back where I mentioned that when this game is flowing well, it seems like it's almost too easy. Nobody's getting hit, you're murdering everything. But then, in the blink of an eye, something like this can just happen. And again, if this were our main character, if it were like a frontline character, the run would be over.
I will not falter.
What am I doing? I'm switching for my healing hat here. I'm doing this because Valerie needs healing and my leopard needs healing. $57. This will be enough. And my plan right now is to... I'm just not gonna have Valerie engage in combat at all while we go through this final area. And once we rest, I will, you know, once again buff her up and bring her into the fight. Why don't I remember what this is? It's so strange to me. There is also this entire section here. Okay, there might be more for me to explore than I originally thought. Okay, so you stay over there, turn off your AI, just go to the
As
corner.
you order.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Oh, thank you, Valerie. Okay, never mind. Thank you, Valerie. An iron golem. My character should not be in the front. Okay. Our haste wore off.
Keep your wits about you.
Mr. Golem. Mr. Golems. Golden Golem. I have the feeling that this guy can do some nasty stuff. Not sure though. Because I think one of these golems throws out a prismatic spray which can just outright kill you.
Knowledge is the key.
So
to victory.
we're gonna be very
Together we
cautious
stand.
here.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Remain vigilant.
Let's bring them to us, not the other way around. No. Back up. Okay, so you go over there. Juby goes over there. You go over there. You go over here. Rigongar and Knock Knock go over here. We're gonna summon, I suppose, some animate dead. I want to see what they do before I bring in more people here. And I think the golden golem is the problem, not the other ones. So these guys, the iron golems, have 15 damage reduction, which is high. Fear, compulsion, poison, charmed, stun, death, ability score damage, drain, spell immunity, sleep, paralyzed, frightened, and stunned. This guy we were not able to inspect it. Okay, let's back up a little bit more. Juby's gonna try and bring people down. I'm summoning my main character. Just invis yourself, I suppose. I'm gonna displace Knock Knock, and you're gonna make yourself invisible. You can sing in the corner. Okay, so you are invised. You are displaced. He's casting something. Or was he just attacking? What? I don't know what he was doing. Okay. If he's focused on my leopard, I'm gonna bring my leopard over here. If he's focused on the leopard, I'm just gonna go in with the other people. Now, they have spell immunity, so there's no point in me trying to cast something with my main character. I might as well just shoot. Or, you know, just stay invisible in the corner. I will bring Valerie over just to have the song buff. And Knock Knock and Rigongar will be responsible for most of the damage here. Okay. And you... just summon some more Animate Dead. Okay, Breath Weapon is a poison, so we're fine. Okay, he's dead. Again, he has Death Throws, it's a poison effect, so we're safe. It's just a matter of killing the Iron Golems now, so this fight is over. Okay. Very good. What were you guys guarding? Anything trapped?
I am your shield.
I wonder. Does not look like it.
I will guide.
Okay, but I was gonna say, but it is locked. Okay. I am curious about what this is. The Royal Gift, Dueling Sword. +3 Dueling Sword. It seems to be keen. Yeah, it is keen. Finesse Wheel. Okay, it's a decent weapon. And Blade Guard. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. So we're using Arrow Guard, which gives us 5 AC. And +3 AC against range attacks. But Blade Guard gives us only 4 AC, but +3 against melee attacks. So it means it's better right now. Okay. Let's continue exploring. So now we're gonna explore this circular area. Which, again, I'm very confused as to why I don't remember what this is, but we shall find out. I did not remember the golems. Okay, so again, we may have... Why do I have Death Ward? Interesting. Does this persist through death? Well, I mean, it did persist through death. I'm just wondering why. Strange. Okay, whatever. Let's move in. Okay, another one of those. Oh, you bitch.
I can see my destination.
He's moving towards me. Let's
My skills are getting rusty.
let's do this carefully here. Just displace the leopard.
I yearn for
Invis.
entertainment. I need to concentrate.
Invis.
Our time time has come.
Okay.
Give the order.
You can put this back on. We just picked up a breastplate +3. We're gonna say hello to our little friend here. Try to bring him down with force bombs. Everybody else should attack except Valerie. Valerie will not go in. Where is not? Oh, he's over there. Okay. Very decent damage. This is an empty room, right? I feel like it is.
I always did what was right. Therefore, I became
I'm pretty
right.
sure this is just an
Does it
empty
mean
room.
Whatever I do now becomes right because I
Ancient
am
Cyclops coin. The walls are covered with the images of various disasters, war, pestilence, famine, and other horrors. Featured prominently in every picture is the image of a horseman. An image on the stone panel depicts a Cyclops who tore out his eye and threw it on the ground. There's a ball of light in his hand and it looks like he intends to put it into his empty eye socket. Very interesting, this one. Very interesting. A member of the cult of the Eyeless from the Temple District, I'm sure. For those of you who know what I am talking about. This is where I think we got dropped, yep. Okay, so we are done in terms of exploration. Why are we moving so slowly? I am not encumbered. Please run. Thank you. So right now the plan is we're gonna go to this final area, we're gonna rest right here before the final encounter, and we are gonna face whatever lies in this room over here. For some reason, what the hell is going on? Why are these two Speedy Gonzalez and the other one so slow? Seems strange to me, but okay.
here.
She has her armor on, okay. Juby, is he just getting lost in the stupid... Yeah, he's getting lost in the maze. I think the pathing gets weird. If other characters are blocking the way, he just goes back and forth. I think that's what was happening there. Okay, so everybody's waiting on Juby. I guess I'm gonna rest. Like right here should be okay. My spells. Okay, I swapped them back. Don't think I need anything else. I think I'm fine as I am. Okay, so let's rest. Don't skip time. Use rations. Yes. Okay.
Knock, knock.
Knock knock. Poor Valerie, man. And there's a strong chance that another person will also die in the upcoming fight, but we'll see about that. So I can safely walk up to here. Okay. Let's see if I remember where I should place my guarded earth, because a lot of times I miss the correct location. Okay, so let's take out our armor here. We're gonna buff with long duration buffs. The usual business. We're gonna wait for Juby. And I suppose you can get freedom of movement on yourself. Don't believe I have any need for echolocation. Oh, actually she has... I'm just gonna take this off because she has blind fight. This was a dumb pickup. Let's go for a medium duration now. And we're gonna have a mage fight, basically. Well, not really a mage fight in the sense of a Baldur's Gate SCS mage fight. What I mean is we're gonna be fighting a wizard type enemy. It's not gonna be a physical intensive fight. We don't really need to fear physical attacks, but we do need to fear, and very much so, magical attacks. So basically spells. Let's get Death Ward once again on our entire front line. One thing that's very important about Death Ward, I think I've mentioned this before, I'm gonna mention it again, is that unlike a game such as Baldur's Gate, Death Ward does not guarantee your safety in Pathfinder. It will only give you a bonus to your saves. It does not make you immune to anything. Well, it does make you immune to channel negative energy, but not to spells such as, for example, Finger of Death, which may come up in the near future. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Again, I don't think... Okay. Fear Aura already triggering on my Wyvern, which means we are very close to the point of interest, let's say. So with this, I want to cast my Guarded Earth about as far as I can go.
Let us press on.
Let's say like over here. And I'm gonna place it there. Because I think our enemy is like over here or something.
I'm listening.
In the meantime, we're gonna buff with some short duration buffs here. Such as, for example, Sense Vitals and Displacement on Valerie. You can go for Invisibility. You can go for Invisibility on Knock Knock.
You require my assistance?
You can displace the Leopard. Again, displacement isn't really what's necessary here, but I'm still gonna do it. Okay, everybody has their spells. Okay, so Rigongar has Invisibility. I don't believe there's a point in going for any kind of elemental resistances or protections. I don't think we need them. I want Sense Vitals on my main character. I want Displacement on Valerie.
What's new?
You have done your thing. I guess I want... Why didn't you give this to Valerie? Well, in this case, it's gonna be useful on my main character, so I'm fine. I'm fine with this.
Together we
Still casting Guarded Earth. Okay. Sense Vitals on my main character, the only thing remaining is gonna be invising myself. I don't think there's anything else that I want to do. Yeah.
Our time has come.
Okay, we're still doing that. Invis... Yeah, I feel like you're fine.
So, any brilliant ideas?
False Life Crit has been cast. Guarded Earth has been cast. We're gonna cast an extended haste here. You are gonna put your your armor back on.
Let us not hesitate.
Cordampina is going to buff us all with Burst of Glory. And I think that's it. I would also like to cast some Animate Dead over there, but I'm unsure if I cast Animate Dead, if it's gonna trigger the enemy to come for us. So, one thing I want to mention here, I'm also gonna get Protection from Evil. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference, but sure. One thing that's very relevant to mention here is that I'm gonna leave my main character all the way in the back. The reason for this, and I'm gonna try and explain it as best as I can. In this fight, this is one of those fights where the enemy loves to target your main character specifically. So even if you have the Leopard or any of your frontline characters right in front of him, he will very likely, or I'm not even sure if it's guaranteed, but it seems like it's guaranteed, he will straight up just go for your main character. And this enemy loves to cast Finger of Death. And Finger of Death is something that if you fail the save, and this is why we also have the Death Ward to try and help us out, if you fail the save, it's very likely you will just die. Because you take so much damage, even a tank cannot withstand it. Much less so a sorcerer. So I will try to get my character to stay as far away as possible. I'm gonna let the fight start out, and if I deem it necessary, I'm gonna run in and toss out some spells and run back out. If I don't even think it's necessary, I'm just gonna stay out of the fight and just let the front line do its thing. So, with this, we are going to advance with everybody. I want everybody to stay inside the guarded earth, again, except my main character. So we also have the saves. And let's see how the fight plays out. Just making a quick check. I have everything I need. I have my armor. Everybody has their buffs and short buffs. You have arcane weapon enhancement. You have your stuff. You have burst of glory casts.
My skills are getting rusty.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay, let's go. And here we meet Vordakai. And I did cast the guarded earth well because it's affecting the enemy. So if my melee characters come up to this area, they will be affected by the guarded earth. And all of my ranged characters are also safe because you can see Jubi right here in the corner. He is inside the guarded earth effect. In the dim light, unable to disperse deep shadows in the corners of the dark hall, you see a tall, angular figure. It is a giant with parchment-thin skin, clad in ancient clothes. Yet he pays you no notice. He is studying a glowing vessel cradled in his hands.
He is here, Master. He came, O great Vordakai.
And the stupid raven is here as well. The giant turns to you, and your attention is immediately drawn to the single eye in the center of its dried and dead face. Or, rather, an iridescent ball of dark shades shimmering within the Cyclops' hinty eye socket like abyssal fire. In the center of the sphere is a spark of ominous red that seems to cut into you.
An interruption? So, what disturbs my meditation?
The creature's voice echoes as though speaking across several chambers at once, or perhaps through many different selves. As the reverberations cease, the dead figure answers its own question, and the answer sounds like a death sentence.
I was pondering what to do with this pathetic creature, Magar Varn.
Oh?
This fool dared to claim the lands that belong to me. Can you see his soul? This emptiness of this vessel is all he rules now. The same fate awaits you. I kept Magar's body because I thought he might prove a servant. But no, your corpse kneeling before me will be of more use.
And here we have a nice alignment option for us, the lawful good option. I came to cleanse your evil from these lands.
The real evil comes from lesser races such as yours. Corpse flies that feed on my ancestral lands. I've already begun purging the empire of your kind, and you will watch as I extinguish each, one by one.
We will see about that. We're gonna start our fight here. So naturally we have this fear aura that's afflicting our characters. Let me just see here. I want to see somebody that got affected. Yeah, so we're basically shaken. It's not that big a deal, but if we start running around feared, then it's gonna be a problem. Okay, so I'm over here. I think I'm visible. Let me check. Not sure if I can see this, by the way. Rigongo savings. Man, look at the DC on the fear aura. It's 33. Even with guarded earth, we're failing this. Okay, we have information update on Vordakai. That's good to know. So what's this guy? We also have this Raven, which I'm unsure if he even does anything. I've basically always just killed him outright, and he didn't do anything. I'm just gonna ignore him for the most part. Let's look at Vordakai. This guy has Life Sense. Ah, right. So I think Life Sense means that he is able to see through invisibility. That's why my character cannot hide. He has a Fear Aura. So creatures of less than 5 HD within a 60-foot radius that look at the Lich must pass a will save or become frightened. Creatures with 5 HD or more must pass a will save or be shaken for a number of rounds equal to the Lich's hit dice. A creature that successfully saves cannot be affected again by the same Lich's aura for 24 hours. It is a mind-affecting fear effect. He is a level 23 character, level 13 wizard, level 10 undead. His stats are high. He has a lot of saves, but his reflex save is the worst one, which is very good for Jubilost's bombs. He has 15 damage reduction except bludgeoning and magic. And he has resistance to fire, cold, acid, electricity. Okay. He is immune to mind affecting. I think I forgot to sing with Valerie, which is unfortunate. He's immune to mind affecting, to fear, compulsion, emotion, poison, disease, charm, daze, stun, death, sleep, score damage, and drain. He is not immune to paralyzation, it seems. Immune to negative energy, immune to nauseated, fatigued, and sickened. Okay, so if he casts something after he does his first cast, I can try and move in and go for an icy prison and see if I can paralyze him. It would be cool. Everybody's gonna focus on him, as we had discussed. I'm gonna be using some arcane accuracies over here. I think Cordempina can also go for a prayer. It will affect Vordakai and also my main characters. Sure. Or I can make him fatigued with Bone Shatter. Yeah, fatigue him. What else? You are going in. You don't need that. This makes sense. And yeah, I forgot to sing, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going in. I will be making use of spell combat on Rigongar if I have the time for it. I can even try and make this turn-based just for Rigong. No, it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so he's over here. We have spell combat enabled. I want arcane accuracy, and I'm gonna go for a frigid touch. If I could stagger him, it would be cool. Well, I am gonna stagger him if I hit for at least one round. Okay, I'm way in the back. We're gonna see if he tosses out a finger of death at someone. And let's see who that someone is. Or we're gonna find out if Jubilost can drop him, which would also be cool. I'm even gonna move closer to see if Archon's aura... Is this mind affecting? Well, let's see. No. So he is susceptible to it, he just saved. Okay, so let's... Bone Shatter. First bomb going out. And I think he just got dropped. Bitch. He got dropped, so he's basically dead. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Enough, Vordakai. Come face your death. I'm the one who will sentence you. From a relic of a crumbled empire. A relic I steal.
This is Tristian, of course. We didn't bring him with us in the party, so this is how he shows up.
Blinded by your faded power, I take your sight.
Blind him, Tristian.
Vordakai, thriving in your blind arrogance, I claim your eye. Take it. Forgive me.
So yeah, like I was saying, since we don't have Tristian in the party, he will always show up like this. Tristian silhouette holding the Oculus of Abaddon, in a stunning contrast, a terrible darkness against a shining portal. The cleric doesn't meet your gaze. His eyes are focused on the gateway. He speaks faintly as if lost in its light. Give me the Oculus, now!
No! Don't ask for something I can't give you. The force that compels me calls for me, and I must answer it.
So he's not acting on his own volition.
I must leave. I pray to Sarenrae, that you find it in your heart to forgive me.
Without another word, Tristian steps into the portal and vanishes in its light.
My sight! My eye! My gift from the depth of Abaddon! It's gone! Stolen! Thieves! Maggots! Wretched, pathetic creatures! I'll slay you! I'll slay you all!
I like him. Way! Let's pause the game, goddammit. Okay. The game did not auto-pause. So, right here, he's gonna toss Finger of Death to Jubilost, which means that Jubilost is more than likely gonna die. I am surprised he's not going for my main character. I'm not sure if it's because of range. I don't think it is. I'm still not gonna try and risk it. I'm just gonna move back, like, onto the edge of the Guarded Earth. Everybody else is gonna smack him. Jubi can at least maybe take some vengeance on him by dropping him again with a bomb. You can sing Inspire Courage. And Rigongar can go for a Shocking Grasp, coupled with Arcane Accuracy. You are just shooting. Come on, Jubi, drop him. Ha! We saved, bitch! DC 31, we rolled a 19, plus 23, and we got a 42 saving throw result. Yeah, but you see here, he's casting Fingers of Death, and he keeps on casting them. That's why I don't want to be close with my main character. But now that he spent his round, I'm gonna try and paralyze him. Icy Prison, he failed the save, which means he is now paralyzed. Which means this fight is over. We can quicken with a guaranteed sneak attack, a Scorching Ray, and we can just see him die.
Serve your master one last time.
Once stately, the ancient Cyclops shudders and moans. Foul black liquid runs down the cavities in his face and soaks his tattered clothes. The magical glowing vessel with Magar's soul strikes the stone floor with a hollow, tolling sound and rolls right to your feet.
After all I've done, after all I've achieved, after all the trials, still I fell, and to what? To a pathetic thing like you.
I'm actually quite lovely.
Worthless creature, proud in your ignorance. Do you even realize what you've done? You've doomed Mordecai to oblivion and all the power and secrets of the greatest empire ever known.
Okay, let's use our knowledge arcana check here. Didn't you know, mighty Mordecai, that you should not open up your soul to everybody? The curse that Tristian put upon you struck your very essence, arrogance and lust for power.
You dare pronounce judgment on me? Oh, there is truth in your words. Curses strike harder if you empower them with the piece of the essence of the one being cursed. And I put my very self in my name. The name of a ruler and a vanquisher. The name I was cursed with. I was blind back then, more blind than I am now. And I lost the greatest gift I ever received from my patrons, the demons. Will I have to pay for such negligence?
So Tristian took your eye.
You don't even realize what your sidekick stole. The Oculus of Abaddon is not some eye. It's a dark creation, having tremendous power, given to me by the mercy of a horseman of the apocalypse. The Oculus is capable of seeing the unseen, revealing the future to its holder, and dominating over mere mortals. Your pathetic settlement was so close to sharing the fate of Varnhold.
So, if he can see the unseen and reveal the future, how come he didn't see his own death? That's what I'm asking. It's also lovely that he's talking to us while paralyzed. Which empire are you talking about?
About the one that flourished in this world long before you came. About the one that in its greatness outshined everything ever created by mortals since the beginning of time. About the Empire, whose last remaining son, Great Vordakai, was destined to restore.
Great Vordakai.
We brought an era of enlightenment and prosperity to this primitive world. We created masterpieces, ones your kind cannot even fathom. I was the one who shaped this thriving empire, and the one who was going to release it from the prison of time. But then you came and shattered any hope of reviving the greatest civilization of this world.
Also, the Raven lived. I'm not even sure what happens with the Raven now.
He's kind of right. No, of course, I'm glad we've stopped His Bone Majesty's plans, but just imagine what an invaluable source of historical knowledge we're about to destroy. Perhaps we can somehow secure and contain him for science. For example, in one of these magical jars?
So the lawful good option. Your empire would have been built on blood of countless innocents that I cannot allow. Neutral. Everything has its time. Your era, for good or ill, is over. Now it's time for another era. Or chaotic neutral. Who gives a damn about a corpse like you and your dead empire? You have submitted to others and therefore you were once weak and pathetic. Lawful good.
What is the blood of mortals in comparison to the greatness of the empire that rises above it? You will never see it.
So tell me now, what have you done to the people of Varnhold?
Vermin who came to my lands, who raked the land with their plows, pierced it with stakes to build their miserable shacks, desecrated the sacred tombs. First, they tore my lands from me, then broke into my sanctum and stole what was mine.
So this was the guy, I forget the name of the guy. Willis Gunderson, I think.
I was enraged when I awakened, but the Oculus of Abaddon gave me the answers I needed. It calmed me, focused me. It was powerful enough to seize control over all who lived in that wretched settlement. They came to me, one by one, to be slaughtered. I fed upon their minds to make sense of this renewed world. The thoughts they held were enough for me to conclude the world is ready for my return. The world needs my return. You look at me as if I committed some blasphemy. Hardly. They defiled my lands, so I defiled them in turn. Although I didn't want to limit my revenge. Their souls await fate inside the same jars as does the soul of their arrogant leader.
Okay. So we kept their souls inside jars. So let's shatter the soul jar and set Megar Varn free. Your time is at an end, Vordakai. Farewell. A very cool sound effect. Freed from the prison, a soul flies up in a flash of light and rushes toward the lifeless body of Maegor Varn. In the light of the released soul, Vordakai collapses on the floor and falls still. As you watch, cracks begin to worm through his dried body and his bones begin to crumble. Powerful enchantments that held his life within its shell lose their battle with time in moments. Vordakai is dust. There was still a scorching ray going out. What about the Raven? Oh, he automatically dies. Okay. So Vordakai, very sadly to me, is like standing still here because of the icy prison effect. But yeah, he should be lying down on the ground dead. So let's just take a look a little bit here at this battle. just to go over what happened and some of the important things, as it basically just happened in a blink. So let's see. I think the most important part right at the start of the fight was that Jubilost had, I imagine, a very high initiative roll. Yep. He rolled a 20 and he had a +7 modifier. Same as my main character, but my main character was not near the fight. Roll 27. With that 27, which is higher than a 20, he tossed his Force Bomb over here. Attacks with Force Bomb hit because he is flat-footed and we are also targeting touch because we are acting before he acted. We had a 34 bonus. And just looking over here, so we have our base attack bonus, we have dexterity, we have size because he's small, we have Guarded Earth providing a massive +8, we have Good Hope, Haste, Gears Rule, Throw Anything. Why do I have 2 Gears Rule? Okay, I'll look at this, but this seems wrong. And a +2 from the Bombardier's Vest. So naturally, we hit. We rolled a 41, we had to target a 15. With that, we dealt 30 damage to Vordakai. The damage doesn't even matter too much over here. What's important is the reflex saving throw. So, Vordakai has a +14 to his reflex saving throws. This is his lowest save score. This is why we targeted it. Our difficulty score, or our difficulty class for the bomb is 26. He rolled a 10 +14, 24. Failed, got dropped to the floor. By dropping him to the floor, he is going to be disabled for that 1 round, and everybody's going to have bonuses to attack him. And also, and even more importantly, as soon as he gets back up, everybody in melee will trigger an attack of opportunity and just smack him in the face. So what happened was, he went down, Knock attacked, dealt some damage. Rigongar cast Frigid Touch. Rigongar hit. So just bashing on the guy. We used Bone Shatter. He saved, but if he saves, he still gets fatigued, which is interesting, of course. Oh, he's immune to fatigue. Oh, yeah, he's undead. Okay, never mind. This was dumb on my part. Undead are not susceptible to fatigue or exhaustion, so it did nothing. My bad. It still dealt some damage, though. And just with regular damage, we basically killed him. He didn't even get a chance to stand up. Had he stood up, he was going to trigger attack of opportunity of the Leopard, Valerie, Rigongar, Knock, the Wyvern, and if any of them crit, given that we have Outflank and Opportunist, it would mean more attacks of opportunity. He would just die. He wouldn't have a chance over there getting up. Then Tristian shows up. Oh, what? Really? Okay, this is very strange, because when Tristian shows up, that cutscene plays, but it still makes him get up. So by getting up, it triggered the attack of opportunity on everybody, like I was saying. But since this happened during the cutscene, he was immune to the attacks, which is kind of funny, but okay. He also cast Shield, magically there. And then he cast Finger of Death. This is what I was very concerned about. And we can see right here. So this deals 10 points of damage per caster level. he was level 23. Well, he was a level 13 wizard, I guess. I'm not sure if undead counts for it. But level 13 would mean 130 damage. And we are playing on unfair, so double that, up to 260 damage. That would kill anybody in my party straight up. So he still cast it because his initiative roll was very high. Or just because of the cutscene, the way it plays out. It's kind of strange, to be honest. He targeted Jubilost and we succeeded a saving throw. So the difficulty class is 31, and this is why it's so important that I have a lot of protections and why I'm using Guarded Earth. Because we're gonna have a lot of bonuses from our spells and especially from Guarded Earth. So we have plus 23 bonuses to save, and we rolled a 19, so yeah, we saved against it, we didn't die. If he had targeted my main character, there would always be a chance of the game just ending. It's sad, but it's why I like to keep my main character as far away as possible. And then after that, nothing really happened. I cast Icy Prison, he failed his saving throw, difficulty class 24, he rolled a 9, which meant he rolled 23. He got paralyzed and then he just got murdered. Very cool. Very quick fight, and this is a fight that can go sideways very quickly. Especially, like I said, if Finger of Death does land on anybody important. Let's look at the loots.
There are many roads to success.
I think there's a pathway over here. Yeah, there is. Let's just try and talk to Magar Varn first, if we can. I'm pretty sure there are no skill checks here, but
Together we
you know,
stand.
just in case there are.
Key to victory.
What? Where am I? How did I get here? We're gonna leave him for now, and we're gonna go over this way. We're gonna open this door. Pretty sure there aren't any traps in this region anymore, but I'm still gonna bring my main character back. Aha! And we can find this room filled with jars. Our search for an answer to the mystery of Varnhold was coming to an end. After learning of the horrible fate that befell the poor citizens of Varnhold, we headed to the final destination of our trip, a dark chamber hidden behind Vordakai's throne room. As soon as we crossed the threshold, we froze, breathless. The dark hall before us was filled with gleaming, transparent vessels. The shimmering light of the souls imprisoned there dispersed the gloomy darkness of the tomb. Liquid shadows danced and twisted on the stone walls with every move of those bright little sparks as they beat against the interiors of their elegant, translucent prisons. And what did the Baron do when he saw the cruel fate of Varnhold citizens? So here we can go for neutral good or neutral evil. Evil, we ordered the soul jars to be moved to the city where the rare merchandise would be sold in secret. I've never actually picked this, but maybe you can get some gold or building points, I don't know. We're gonna go for neutral good. He immediately began breaking the soul jars to free the imprisoned souls. We can see the souls fleeing from the jar. I love these book events, they're so well drawn. Upon breaking the first jar, a bright flash of light heralded that the imprisoned soul had regained its freedom. The bright spark flew in an arc over our heads and settled on the floor, and then, well, even my talent as a writer can't do justice to what we saw then. The freed soul was resurrected. In a heartbeat, on the spot where the spark landed, a man clad in dusty peasant's clothes appeared, an expression of utter shock on his face. The poor man was terrified that when he came to his senses after that nightmare, only to find himself in the middle of an ancient tomb. It took no effort at all to free the others. With each new crash of shattered glass, new people appeared around us. Guards, fishermen, mothers, their children, farmers, drunkards, grumpy grannies, groaning gossipers. Long story short, all the people who'd been abducted by the Oculus of Abaddon had returned. Oh, if only shattering kitchenware always brought such joy and goodness. Alternating between lamenting, crying, and yelling for joy, the crowd headed for the tomb's exit. We followed after them, finishing yet another chapter of our heroic chronicle. And just like that, we are teleported to this little area over here. I'm not sure if there's something over here. I don't think there is, but I'm still gonna check. And everybody is running away. We save them all. And Magar Varn is over here waiting to speak with us. We will hold off on speaking to him. I'm just gonna try and check if there's something over here for me. And just to speed this up, I'm even gonna haste my party. There's no point in going slowly here. Okay, so let's go over there. And I feel like I do this in every single playthrough. I feel like I always go here and there's never anything there. And I'm always sad that I made this trip for nothing. Well, I guess there's a little bit of lore here. The table is piled with ancient books, stone tablets and scrolls. Some are so ancient they look ready to crumble into dust, others appear to be more recent. Okay, it was worth the trip. We picked up the loot here, we're gonna check it out in a second. This was the room with the jars. And it seems like there's nothing here. Okay, yeah, so again, like always, I'm making the trip in vain. This is all loot dropped from... No, it's actually... This is a container, I have to go there. This is dropped loot. This is all dropped loot, okay. Come on, you guys can run quickly. And yeah, this is Vordakai's tomb. I think it's a cool dungeon, it can be a fun dungeon. But I realize, and I recognize that, especially for new players, this can be a very, very horrible place. I've mentioned it before, but the fact that you have to worry about... Where, is this the loot? Yeah, this is the loot, okay. The fact that you have to worry about camping supplies, which is something you might not be thinking of. Because usually, if you go into some dungeon and you forgot camping supplies, you can just go back out, right? And you can rest on the outside. In this dungeon though, once you go in, you cannot go back out. So if you don't come prepared with camping supplies, this may turn out to be a nightmare adventure. You may find yourself hating the game or hating this dungeon and having to load back to before you enter the dungeon. And even then, if you load back to before you enter the dungeon, you are in the middle of the mountains on the south side of the map, which means it's gonna take you so long to go back to your barony to pick up supplies and then come back. I know this because it's happened to me and I hated it. Plus the fact that if you aren't aware of how Death Ward works and how some spells affect Death Ward and whatnot, you may hate this as well because of all of the negative channeling energy, enemies that drain levels, that drain stats, stuff like that. But if you come prepared, if you kinda know what's up, it can be a fun dungeon and I enjoy doing it right now. And hopefully it was also enjoyable to you guys checking out this section. So again, I don't think there's any kind of skill check here, but I'm still gonna buff up for it.
Keep your wits about you.
We're gonna talk to Magar Varn. Oh, he doesn't speak. Your grace, God be praised. You're our savior. You rescued us. And not just me, but my people as well. Whatever can I do to show you my gratitude? Magar pauses for a moment as if lost in thought, then grunts. Too bad Safel didn't leave to see this moment. And Gunderson, he wasn't a bad sort, just impulsive. Magar nods. We'll mourn them, mourn all who'd lost their lives because of Vordakai. And then, and we can see here, we got a bunch of buffs to our barony. We got Community +9, Loyalty 13, Military 5, Economy 7, Relation 7, Divine 3, Arcane 1, Civility 4, and Culture also 1, plus some experience. Magar turns to you with attention. Your grace, by the death of blood, Varnhold and I now serve you. The cowards from the north didn't lift a finger to help me when I was in need, so I offer my sword to the one who will. He bows his head. I'll head to your castle and wait for you there. A deputy will rule in Varnhold. I'll appoint someone trustworthy. Don't worry about that. And with this, what he means is, I believe he makes himself available to us as a potential advisor, which is very cool. And I think we also gain control of Varnhold, which is even better.
without a doubt.
Okay, so annexation. Proceed to voluntary annexation. I guess we're talking about this. Spend the barony. Okay. Let's just briefly look over the loot before I finish, because otherwise I'm gonna forget about it. We got the Arcane Enforcer, another dueling sword. Deals an additional 1d6 damage. That's cool. Wand of Inflict Critical Wounds, nothing special. Wait, stop fidgeting. The Shroud of Abaddon. This cape grants its wearer a +2 resistance bonus on all saving throws. And then fire, cold, electric, and acid resistance 15. Which is very, very good. I have +3 saving throws. I would love to give that to someone else, like one of my frontline characters, because frontline characters are the ones that should need resistances the most. I guess I'll just put it on Valerie. Okay. We also picked up Amulet of Natural Armor +3. We can give it to him. Actually, he always has bark skin, right? Yeah, so there's no point. Take this. We will give that to someone who needs it more. Like, for example, Cordampina. We also picked up a Headband of Mental Perfection +4. Grants its wearer a +4 enhancement bonus to all mental ability scores, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Who wants this? She has intelligence, charisma from the robe, and +4 wisdom from the helmet. He has a +4 enhancement bonus to intelligence and nothing else. And then I also have nothing except this one. So I suppose I'm gonna give this to my main character. More wisdom means more will saving throws, so that's better. It doesn't show a difference right now because currently I have Owl's Wisdom, which is gonna make the same thing, do the same thing as the helmet. We also picked up the Ring of Planet Protection. +2 deflection bonus to AC and +3 bonus saving throws against Conjuration School. Sure, I can use that. And I think that's it, right? Ah, no. Breastplate +3. I do think I prefer one more AC rather than this save against fear. So take that. And that's all of our loot. We're naturally also gonna pick up everything here from the dungeon that we can carry to sell once we leave, but I'm gonna leave that for the next episode. So, as always, my friends, this will be the end of this episode. I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Kingmaker. I hope you guys enjoyed Mordekai's Tomb. If you have any questions, suggestions, if you want to share your own experiences about this particular dungeon, feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear about it. It's certainly a very interesting place to go in a blind playthrough, I will say. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing. Many more videos coming out soon, and it is also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next episode, and until then, stay safe, everyone.